Hey, good morning. Welcome back to my little gardening show. This morning I wanted to take you along as I'm going to be thinning out my seedlings here. We've got a lot of different brassicas. Looks like our spinach is finally coming up. But the primary goal today is to go through these rows, kind of identify which seedlings seem to be doing the best by looking at the foliage. And we're going to go through and remove the seedlings that aren't doing so well, or that just don't look right for whatever reason. Now in some of these you can see the seed leaves look really healthy, the stems are really straight, and in others they're stunted. You know, where for whatever reason the seed wasn't as viable, or maybe something happened during when it was germinating, or starting to sprout. But we're going to go through and remove the ones that are more than likely already showing signs of either disease or having features that just they don't have a real good chance of survival given where they're at. Now we can let these all go, but then it's going to take nutrients away from the ones that are doing well. And so the goal is to kind of thin this out. So we've got 72 seedlings. Everything pretty well came up except for the lacinato kale. And I'm thinking there was something wrong with the seed there. We buried it too deep. So what I'm going to do is go through this row and remove the ones that are stunted there. And we're going to take the premier kale that seemed to come up really well, and there's a lot of good seedlings, and we're going to actually dig all these up and put the duplicates over in this row. Going with doing that with the kale as opposed to like the broccoli, because from a nutrient standpoint, it's going to be just as healthy, if not healthier, than the broccoli. It's going to be easier to grow. We're not going to have to worry about it, flowering and whatnot, going to seed on us. As far as removing the duplicates in some of these rows, I can use these little children's scissors, or I can just go through and pinch them off. It really depends on how close the other seedling is to the other one, but we're going to go through and go ahead and remove those and go from there. So here we are, we're starting in. I've made some holes with my dibber in the tray there. We dug out the first one. These again, these seedlings are about a week old. Already got a nice little rootstock on the bottom. The stem is pretty straight. Leaves are nice and green, the seed leaves there. And there'll be another set of leaves coming out of the where it forks there. And you can already see the start, the little green there. Between the two leaves that are existing in the stem, there's a little green start there, where that's the start of the true leaves that's going to appear next, and then those seed leaves that look real healthy are going to slough off. Well, we're going to take this, we're going to be real careful in handling this, and so we don't want to bend the stem or break the rootstock. We're going to just kind of gently nudge that into the hole there, and then set that in place. those are a little more difficult to get in the hole, I got my number 2 pencil here. Works out pretty well to kind of help me get the roots down. The other thing you can do is kind of widen the hole with your finger and then push it into place. Okay, so we've successfully transplanted created our duplicate row, and then kind of going down and thinning out the broccoli. Because these are only about a week old, they're really easy just to grab and kind of pull out. And then what it does is it just, the rootstock is down in the ground there, and just break that off, pull them out. So we're going to do the same thing here. Just going to grab it at the base and just slowly pull. Comes right out. Try not to disturb what's already there. And again, if we were looking to grow more of this at the same time, instead of going through and quickly, eliminating the ones that we don't want to keep, I would try to keep the ones that looked halfway decent. But we're not going to do that with these because, unlike the onions, which we did want to do that with, we don't at this time, because instead I'm going to be doing more succession planting type stuff where I'll start more seeds later on to get the starts that we want. Now on some of these, what I may do, like this one that came up, it looks like all of them are real good, I may go ahead and dig that one out, maybe the one out in the end, and then these ones that are like this set here that's kind of stunted, this set here, just eliminate all those, dig that out, and then take the really healthy ones and fill the holes, spread them out that way. Okay, so there you have it. We've got the seedlings thinned, everything's nice and spaced. We kept the healthiest ones. The spinach, it's starting to come up. We may have a few more come up here. But the next step then will be to water all this in. And then kind of clean up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.